Okay, I think I'm live here. Let me check everything looks right. Yeah. Sorry, maybe I'll change that camera a little bit. See, how would I do that? Cover. I just set up a green. Oh, I need to check my mail. That green screen probably came in. No, it's this one I want to change. I'm not used to having that camera. How do I make that camera? I just move it over a little bit. It's not going to look perfect, but it's okay. Okay, so if I move this way, I'm off. Okay, so I need to. It's not exactly centered, but it'll work as long as I'm over here. I'm better. Okay, cool. Okay, let me say hey. Let me post this in my guild. What's my YouTube channel? I think it's give me 1 second. I'm trying to find my YouTube channel. I thought I had it bookmarked up here. I got a bunch of overclocking stuff bookmarked. Let's go to Firefox. Oh gosh. Yeah, Indigoblades YouTube. I don't know why. Just at Chuck E. Cheese. I don't know why it doesn't say Indigoblades. That's my name. That's my account. But whatever. I guess that Chucky Chuck. Okay. I'm kind of pissed off with my YouTube account. I don't know why. I made a YouTube account with Indigoblades a long time ago. Let's see. YouTube. Let's see. YouTube. Somebody goes to YouTube and they hit search and they go Indigo Blades. What's going to come up? Me. Okay. I'm streaming on YouTube. Just search for Indigo. That's a capital I. Search for Indigo Blades. On YouTube. Okay, I think I'm going to quest her. Let's see if we can do some. I need to open up a chat window somewhere so I can monitor this. How's this chat work? I should have a pop-out chat somewhere, but okay, now I'm getting feedback. Is it because of this thing here? Feedback's gone. Not too impressed with how this green screen's working. I need to get a real green screen. I got a blue. Hello? Why is my monitor? Okay. Every time I stream, I have to spend forever trying to figure out how to get OBS to work right. Test, test, test. I think that's right. Everything I say is being repeated. This is stupid OBS software. I'm trying to get it so it plays BDO in the background. Okay, let's mute this computer over here. Function. Mute. That one's muted. So why is my audio repeating? So complicated. Speaker out. I got the Record Yeti earphone. Hello? Why is it monitoring it? Okay, I'm gonna have to figure this out. Sorry, I'm sure you didn't watch the stream to see me figure out how to do OBS. Settings. Audio. It can never disable Windows audio ducking. So it shouldn't be. I can't figure out why I can't do this if my voice is going to repeat every 2 seconds. Okay, these are all turned down. So the settings on that. Properties. It tells me nothing. Advanced audio properties. Okay, this is my earphone. Testing. Okay, so I'm now not hearing anything. But testing. Oh, it's because I have the freaking YouTube window open. Stupid me. Okay. Testing. Okay. Monitor and output. Testing 1, 2, 3. Okay, that was my dummy. Okay. Okay. I occasionally stream and it just takes me a while. Okay, crims, man. Only one pretty drop. Ooh, damn. What's a pity drop? I forgot. Oh, darn. What's a pity drop? Okay, now I need to get my stream to show YouTube chat, which I have a window somewhere with YouTube chat. I should have a window somewhere with it. It's this window right here. And I need to tell it OBS, YouTube chat. Okay, I need to close all. I can't tell which window it is till I close the others. I don't need that one. So let's see. I don't know why I can't remember that. Okay, it picked it. Okay, so now I need to turn that one on. We'll do this one too. Properties. Okay. Nope. Properties. Okay. Now I can turn on the small chat window and it should come up. You can either turn the small one on or the big one on. Okay. Yeah, let's smooth that big one over a little bit. So how do I do that? Unlock it and just move it over. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Bring it. Okay, that's good. Sorry, I don't do this often. Okay, so I think that's okay. Okay. 4 to 5. Oh. Grinding the MP pot. Just figured out how to set up OBS for BDO. Yeah, I'd like to fix the volume a little bit. Make it just a little bit. Oh, I can just turn it up. Turn it up here. Yeah. Let me do one small test here and see if I'm getting audio out to the viewers. Okay, I don't So I'd have to look over here to see the chat. That's fine. Or I can look over here. I could take this window over here, make it a lot smaller, or and just make it size. So move it over there and put BDO in front of it. Okay. I'll say hello here. And then I'll check over here that my audio is working and it's working right. And somebody have to tell me in chat. Okay, so now let's okay, yeah, there's my camera stuff. So I'll say testing a couple of times. And turn to unmute it, and I should hear it. Function. Testing, testing, testing. Just turn the volume. Testing, testing, testing. It worked. Great. Testing, testing, testing. I should hear nothing now. Okay. Okay. I wonder if there's some way. It's not. Oh, there's a chat pop out. I'll just have to read that window above me. Or I could just move that window over there. I could just move this window over to here and I can see it. Let's undo that window there. Yeah, I can't change the size of it, but okay, that's good. And it should be showing. See if it's showing your chat. Yeah, it's showing a little bit. I don't know why all that stream will start stuff is. Turn. That's my old stream stuff. We'll clear it. I don't know how to clear this chat window. I just know. Clear chat. Alright. Control C. Let's see if it's working. Turn. Chat's no longer. Oh. So I need to make a new chat window. See, this is complicated. Every time I have to do. Okay, so I'll close that one. Every time for a stream, I have to go to YouTube. Capture the chat area. Have it pop out. It's such a pain. It should be a pop out chat. Then tell OBS this is the right window. New stream. What is today? 01 11 23, and then go into OBS and pick that word. Which one? Hit properties. It's not showing. Oh, it takes a second to come in. And it's probably okay, yeah, it's working. Okay, good. Okay, so I'm ready to go quest. And then How would I? Takes a lot of windows to monitor this shit. 0 viewers. I liked it. Okay. So you can crawl a horse. Okay, let's ride to our quest. What is the splashing point quest? BDO has a worse quest system. It's automatically give me quests. It keeps giving me these family quests. There's no way I'm going to cook a bunch of food to turn in for some quest stuff. So I have to go about forfeit. Yep. There's so many events, you can't keep track of the events. I'm missing so much money on the events. I mean, probably 80% of the quests are terrible. They're not going to help your game at all. But there's like 1 in 10 that's something really you have to do. It's going to give you like a pin accessory or something like that. But how do you know which one it is? I got all this stuff in my storage built up. I don't know what it is. As time's gone on, BDO's got so many events that are just mindless, stupid questing. And I don't know which ones matter, so I don't do them. I have all these coins in Velia. All these. Where are they? I'm building up this stuff that I don't know what it's good for. These things, this fox stuff, these things here, I don't know what they're good for. And I don't feel like running characters all over. I'll go quest them out. What I care about is this. Completed. It was 1300, I thought. Maybe it's just 11. I thought I got it to 1300. Okay, at 10,000, I think it's 6,000 quests. See this completed quest total output. At 6,000 quests, you get one. Well, I know at 10,000 you get 3. So maybe at 6,000 you get 2. And maybe at 1,000 you get 1. It adds, and what I'm talking about is when you enhance, you get it added to your enhancement, your fail stack. I'll show you. That's all that matters about questing. I would never quest if it wasn't for this. At BDO, questing's terrible. And the more they try to fix it, the more they make it worse. But I don't know. I mean, maybe you like it. I don't know. In general, it takes a really good quest for me to like Cyberpunk quests. I enjoyed the quests a little bit. A game that's just got renowned quests. Most Bethesda is known for really good quests, and even theirs, like I have to force myself to finish. I got questophobia. But the reason you want to quest is nothing more than this reason here. At 10,000 quests, you get 3 points added to your fail stack. So if I make a 15 fail stack, it'll be an 18 fail stack. My 100 fail stack's 103. And it could, I mean, if I quested every day for 2 hours in a month or two, how long, if I did 100 quests a day, I'd have to do more. If I did 200 a day, then in a month I would do 200 times 6 is 12,000. Yeah, I guess in a month, if I did 200 quests a day, I would do 2,000 in 10 days, 6,000 in a month. So in a month, I would be close to, at 20,000 quests, I would have +4 in enhancement. And at 30,000 quests, I'd have +5 enhancement. That's godly, man. I was watching Salt the other day, and he gets +5 on his enhancements. And that +5 would be big, because that would mean when I get a 30 stack, it'd come to an even number of 35. I guess a +4 would be really big, because a 40 stack would be 44, which would be perfect for accessories. I should focus on my questing. Oh well. But we'll see. So, oh, I've got 2 people that like the quest. Okay, that's good. I may have a viewer. Okay. Okay. I got some guildies that I've been... There's one guy... I mean, there may be a lot of people who know more about life skilling and passive income than me. I have the most contribution in the guild, but another guy has the most energy, so he probably knows how... If he had taken that time he got to get that energy and worked on contribution, I'm sure he could have more contribution than me. Okay. I think 2 or 4 contribution. I used to turn in 204 crates, which, yeah, I've gotten 4 contributions since I came back. Which every 2 contribution helps you. I mean, it helps you in other ways, but at the levels of contribution I'm at, you know, it helps in my cooking. Every 2 contribution gives you a cooking turn in, which is $1 million, a little over $1 million a day at guru levels. And I'm ranked I'm on the Olivia servers now since I'm returning, and I'm ranked in the top 3, often number 1 on the Olivia servers, which is new players and returning players, so the competition's not too stiff. I think I would be in the top 10 on a normal server for cooking when I left. I left a year ago. I've left twice. I left around 2019, I'm gonna guess. And then a year ago, somebody used to manage BDO. I think I forgot the name. Like Pearl Abyss made the game, but they had a distributor, and Pearl Abyss fired them and took it over and changed all their web and said, and gave you about a year to upgrade your accounts to their new servers, and I ignored it. And then about a week before the deadline, and I had 10 alt accounts, because I didn't use those alt. I mean, I think I went in and made a character, but I made them because of, if we look at my pets, I have a white set of pets that are all polar bears. And at one time, a long time ago, the only way you could get a polar bear or here's my gathering set, or get a hedgehog that really increased your gathering. It gave you doubles at a percentage rate, but this is my weight set. And so every tier 3 takes at least probably 3 polar bears. I mean, if you got lucky, you could have a 1 and a 1 make a 2. And then that 2 and 1. I think a 1 and a 1 can occasionally make a 3. It can occasionally make a 3. Like 10% of the time. Usually you'll have to take a 1 and a 2, which is 3 pets to make a 3. And then you'll probably have to do a bunch of tries to get a tier 4. So anyway, they had some event that if you gift a BDO account, you get, I think, 2 polar bears, and it costs $10 to gift an account. So I took $100 and gifted 10 accounts. Gifted 1 to both my sons, but neither one used it. No, I think only one son. I think my other son doesn't have a PC. So, and the rest, I just found an email address and made an account and logged him in once. But anyway, I lost all those accounts except one, and my other PC I uninstalled BDO, so I can't check it. But I mean, it had minor gains, nothing major. I think I lost my accounts except 1 or 2, maybe all but 1. I think I lost one. One got confused during the setup. So anyway, let's focus on this questing here. I'm supposed to do something. Meet this guy. Oh, they did kind of... His name's not a Betts. Am I sure I'm going to the right one? See if I understand this quest. Let's hit navigate to that. See, this is even their navigation system's complicated. It says, how come his name's not? It says meet one person, but it took me to somewhere else. Anyway, we'll do some quests. I like to listen to them once, and it's a lot easier to listen to it now. Let me turn the volume down. Now, they fixed the questing, so you can hit this tab and either... It used to be work like this. Every time someone started talking, you had to hit W. And there wasn't much voice acting in it. But, okay. There's one more class completed of 18,000 more I hope to get someday. That number's ungodly. See, you can skip through them by hitting R. Okay, so it wants me to go somewhere. At first, it's confusing. Most things you just hit one button to advance it. This you have to hit 3. You have to hit 4 different buttons, 5 to advance quest. Okay, I'll hit tab again. So then that's my reward for the quest, which is all junk. And then you have to hit Q to start another quest. If somebody types something in chat, I'll do something else. I could discuss a lot of things, but I could discuss bartering. I could discuss passive income. I could I'm getting, if I do nothing that takes more than a few minutes, like a minute, I'll get 200 million passive income, with 100 million of that being cooking and daily. And if I was to go out and gather, I figured out to get my daily cooking, I have a cost of about 100 million, which I can make up all but about 10 million of it by gathering lion meat and snakes and scorpions and pork. So the lion meat lady needs about, I timed it, it was 13 minutes, and that's with me gathering in a non-optimal way to get my daily allotment to make 206 food crates. And it was about the same for the other girl gathers snakes and scorpions and just enough pork to make the red sauce. I could gather more for money, and probably make it, but I don't think it makes as much as it saves cooking, because the cooking crates, they sell for like 5x more than if you sold that shit on the market. At least twice more. It's just if you were making Valencia meals, just to turn on, I'm getting over 100% profit. So I guess, I could figure out how long it took me to gather and how long it takes me to make a Valencia meal, and I can make a lot of money doing that. But gathering's really boring too. I was talking to somebody in the guild, and I was telling them Arcades just killed me. I think on up on Facebook long ago, I played Farmville, and there's a mob game and there's a vampire game that we're all just click stuff every day, and they're hoping you buy some. They're hoping you buy some of their pay to win stuff. Let's make sure my volumes are okay. Should be showing a little bit of I don't hear any of the. Let me record my earphone. You should be hearing him talk somewhere. You may not be hearing the background BDO. You're not. I can't stop the. Took me too long. If it was OBS, I could just stop the stream and restart. I mean, if it was Twitch, I could just stop the stream and restart it. But as far as I can tell, anyway, you're hearing my voice, but you're probably not hearing the Quest, which I don't really have. I'm kind of testing this. Now I don't hear. I'll turn this up a little bit. I can hear it. Okay, maybe we'll turn this desktop audio up more. What's something that makes a lot of noise? Oh yeah, that's working. Okay, it is working. There we go. Let's get a good balance between the two. Okay. So that distracted me, so where was I on the Quest? Okay, so on top one. Oh, the other thing I figured out how to do, and this is really complicated, is I have I'm just going to talk about random shit. So I have an Azeron keyboard. These are my main bindings for it, and let me see if I can find a web page to show you what an Azeron keyboard is. I'm just going to talk about, every time I stream, I just talk about random shit. That's me. Azeron keypad. Oh, I got a picture. I could, oh, they came out with a new thing? Styro. I'm not reordering it. I don't know. I'll have to read about that, but this is what I got, the Cyborg. And so each finger has at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buttons. And so this row is just pressed down. And this is the button in front, the button behind. And then that's the button up high, and you have that. And then you have a thumbstick, which I have WSD on, and then another. And I use these things, and I'm about to add another. If you'll see, if I pull forward on this, it switches to a different map. If I push there, it switches to a different map. And if I hold this outward thing, it switches. So I have 3 maps. And then if I hold this and move this, it switches to the, it should switch to the miscellaneous map. Yeah. So I have 4 alternate maps. But I'm probably going to switch this B to an alternate map and just put B somewhere. And also I have typing maps that are more. Typing maps need less things like Z. I hadn't updated my typing map. They need less things like Z and Q, but more things like N. My typing map is screwed up. I don't know how I got screwed. Oh no, this is showing my main map. I have to switch. Yeah. Here's my typing map. It's got things like N, and it's got A and S over here instead of over here, and moves the less common letters. For me to make sense of all this, I made an Excel spreadsheet, and just to make a picture, and then took a picture of it. That This is the main key is in black. This is the function key, alternate map. This one's the punctuation one. And then this is, I call that the numpad, the pink one, and there's stuff. So in the upper right is function keys and other stuff. And in the lower right is punctuation, other stuff. Like insert home, page up, page down. And the arrow keys are on that. The little arrow keys that are on the right on your keyboard. And then I have a numpad map that's the pink left. And then that miscellaneous keypad is the upper right. I'm going to make that a third map that I'm going to call something. The reason I'm going to have to do it is this map was working great until I started doing Photoshop, and I had to, and then as I edit it, I just mark it on this painted picture, and then when I get too many edits on it, you see all these little cross out marks where I, like I've swapped in and space for BDO, and I've made this always control, and then I move Z over to there. I need Z and I need control for Photoshop, and so I can't really use a tablet with Photoshop, because once you use a tablet you don't have the mouse. These are all my mouse functions. I have a Logitech mouse, and it's got 12 buttons. That's all that. And then I have, it's got 3. Anyway, it's complicated. I need that to make out what I'm doing, and it's evolved over time. Anyway, that's my Azeron keyboard. Now I guess they come out with another one, and the thumb pad's already, it's lasted over a year. The thumb, almost a year. I think it'll be a year in May. And if it breaks in less than a year, I'm going to switch off it. Because I'm finding, like to do instant Excel on a horse, it's pretty easy to hit A then S, and that starts to drift. The only way I could get it to instant Excel on a horse in BDO was to go in settings and if I left click the middle mouse button, it's backspace, and then F is the button to the right of right mouse button click on my mouse. It's got 3 click buttons on the top. So, and that's always been F, and that's always been the instant Excel. So I have to but I can't, it's hard to go back into the, well, you can't go back into the side. I guess you could diagonally do it, but it's inconsistent. So to drift instant Excel a horse, which I could do great before I was using a keyboard, I have to take my index finger, I have to move the thumbstick down. Oh, well, first, if I'm holding shift, I don't have to hold the thumbstick forward, but I have to move the thumbstick down and then click up on the right immediately after that. I'll just show you. I have to do this, which is, I guess I could show that. It's basically using that evasion back instead of pulling it back, because I have to move down too, so I can't move it back and down at the same time. That's where the whole problem is. So I was reading how to do it, and you assign those evasion commands, and they're basically a different command for, I mean, I guess they would be dodge in a normal game, but, and it doesn't really like it if you hit the back first and then to the side. You'll get an inconsistent. It's better if you hit side and then back just a hair later, and then let go of that and hold the middle mouse and and then tap the middle mouse button to the right and hit F at the same time. So it's, I still hadn't got it down. And I can only do it well in one direction still. Where I used to be able to, if if I'm on keyboard, I can just I can drift great. That was on keyboard, but I have a little bit of a problem. I guess I'm always going this way is easier for me with the new thing till I build habits. This direction is a little bit harder. And then there's it seems to fly pretty good. I always had a problem flying, but now I think fly on this is space and then E. So I can do that pretty good. And I think there's some other command it's got. But anyway, that's my horse. And last time I returned to BDO, when I returned to get those accounts, I played for 6 months. Got bored with it. I mean, there's BDO it's a huge world. The graphic, I'm going to go with the pluses. It's a huge world. The graphics are great. The systems are complicated, which is good and bad. Sometimes they're too complicated. I don't mind the systems being complicated. I don't really like the events being complicated. And the events are, you'd have to study it, talk to your dealer, do events, figure it out. And I don't know. If you've been away, I don't know how you'll figure it all out. But anyway, I'm talking about the pluses. Combat is pretty fun. I don't like it as much as it isn't a big draw for me. I don't like all the special effects. And it's almost a little bit too complicated dexterity-wise for me. But it's a plus for most players. They like it. It's better than, I don't know, New World seemed to be clicked a few buttons. ESO is more of a rotation type thing. ESO combat is getting your rotation down perfect, which is very hard to do because you have to animation cancel everything, which makes it really, and an animation can't, it's almost like playing music on time. You have to hit a skill and then do a mouse click. Yeah, a mouse click is an auto attack. And you have 2 bars and an ultimate. 2 bars of 5 skills and 2. I used to have 2 ultimates. It looked to me like the other day they may have switched it to 1 ultimate, but I'm not sure. ESO's got the same problem BDO's got. They're always balancing shit, and I don't know why. I could get on a different subject of balance, but I don't know why developers waste so much time, especially on ESO, where it's a little bit of a pain to quest a new character, but once you quest them, it's fine, and the weapons aren't a big. I don't even think the weapons are. Do I need to get new weapons for each character? It's not like BDO, where if I switch characters, 2 black stars is worth 2 Tet black stars, and that's just Tet. It's worth like $30 billion and an offhand. I got a pin offhand, so I don't know. Pins may be down to 10, 15 billion, but that's 50 billion in cost. Or go to the cash shop and spend $100 to get. How much are weapon exchange coupons? I don't even think they sell normally. Let's see if they sell. They used to not sell. They only sold at events. But I'm sure they stopped that. Nobody wants to be. I need to learn to monitor my chat. Which window do I have chat in? This one here. I brought up some windows I don't need. Okay, no one said anything. Okay, I want to make sure. I have a bad habit of talking and not. Somebody will say something and I won't answer them. So I need to make sure I have what other live streaming. I have two windows open here. No, that's the studio window. I don't need that one. I just closed the one I needed. Your channel. Live. I have that one pop-out chat over here, so this other one's just kind of monitoring my stream. Okay. And I'm sorry I smoked too. You probably shouldn't smoke online, but maybe when I get lots of viewers, I'll start vaping. So, let's see. So let's see what I'd have to do to get a weapon exchange coupon. Anyway, the pluses are. Let's go to the pluses before I start whining about it. I mean, that's a huge world. It's gotten to be. It used to be, which is a plus to me. I love exploring new worlds, but it used to be. I'll see if I can zoom in to the size of the old world. The old world used to be, when it started, it was Avelia, Serendia over here. You can kind of see the borders if I turn this on. This is Avelia. If you drew a line, I think at this, let's see, this is probably somewhere is where Medea starts. That's Velia, that's Serendia with a line here. That's Calpine. And that was pretty much, and then the ocean was pretty much just this immediate part right over here. You didn't have the Stars End area. Then they added, then they took and added Medea, which, I mean, it used to seem huge, but Medea is just this area here. Then they added Valencia, which is huge, but most of it's, all this is empty desert. It's really, after you go here, there's a mountain range here you got to go over. And then the rest of it's all desert. It's hard, and maps don't work. I mean, it's kind of a neat mechanic at the time. It's a pain now. In the desert's dangerous. You get sunstroke and heat stroke, and you have to drink these pots. And it's just a pain, but one time is really cool. But anyway, there's that, and then they added, after Valencia, I think they expanded the ocean. No, then they added Kama Sylvia, which is a really nice expansion. This whole area is Kama Sylvia. And then I'm going to feed this into a tip for you later. This whole area is Kama Sylvia. And then they added an ocean expansion, which and the ability to make, over here's Port Rat. And I guess the next is going to be some area behind Port Rat. Maybe that's what I'm missing. I don't know. I feel like I'm missing some energy. Okay. So anyway, yeah. So you can sell the ocean. Why is it not? Oh, it won't zoom out further. Okay. Then they added the ocean, and then they added. You can kind of see the different areas when I hit this resource information. Then they added Dregan. Then they added Odraxia when I came back. And this time, when I came back, they added the mountain area. So, I mean, all this lower part is expansion. And it's as big as the original. It's bigger than the original game. And then, you know, Valencia, the desert kind of starts here. So there's probably this corner here. And this corner here is non-desert. I mean, all this around, there's a little city there. That is Anaconda Inlet Harbor. Oh, if anybody's watching, I was telling them how to barter. The key thing is to keep in Velia, which is close by. I mean, there's Iliad Island. I guess you keep it in Alta Nova, but I find it easier to go to Velia than Alta Nova. But anyway, is That's Olivia. Oh, yeah. No wonder it seemed far away. Here's Velia. Yeah, it is closer to here. Well, first, what you're going to do is barter. And the basic method of barter is you take in a ship, you take certain raw items like beer, certain commodities, and you will trade it, for a level 1 item. Then you'll take so many level 1 items and trade them for level 2. Then you'll take so many level 2 items and trade them for level 3. Then you'll take so many level 3 items and trade them for level 4. Then you can either sell the 4 or trade them for a 5 and sell the 5. Or you can take the 5 and exchange it for C coins, and with C coins, and I'd have to have somebody on that C coin turn in place, but you can get Manos accessories and Cron stones and various things. I don't know what the rates are. BDO is very complicated in figuring out what your true cost is compared to most games. You probably need to be okay with math, and it helps if you know algebra. You don't have to know calculus or anything, but you have to just be able to do basic accounting. If you can do your taxes and understand how they're done, and you can probably do BDO, although the steps in the chain can be somewhat complicated. And the yields, like today I was taking hard bottles, getting water, and gathering water, and then the water I can have and all turn it into purified water, and then I can look on the market, see the cost of purified water, take the tax off it, and figure out with my yields at each step what my true costs were. A yield is, if I do one action with one item, does it make one item, or does it make 2 items, or does it make 2.5 items? Like if I cook it, usually one item will make 3, but on Valencia, if I cook in Manos gear, one cook action with conscious, I forgot, the thing that takes lion meat to make, and the thing that makes snakes to make. There's 3 main items and 2 minor. It'll make 4 Valencia meals. And then I'll have to take 4 of those meals. No, I take 18 of those meals and make a crate. So I have to calculate the cost on all that, see where I am with all this. But anyway, I was talking about barter, so I'm getting off on subject here. But anyway, what most people do, and we'll bring up a barter map. I'm not sure how to do it. I hadn't played this game in a while. Let's monitor chat. Okay, I don't see anything. I need to escape from this island. Okay. I think I can turn on the barter display. This tells me all the barters. Now, the thing I would do is about 2 hours, about 2 or 3 times a week, I spend about 2 hours. And the first thing I'm going to do is fill up, get my level 1 items. Here's a... So I could filter this on white grade. And these are the, if I have gunpowder, violet crystals, tyrant's blood, wool. So you can buy all that off the market or get your node. See, there's grilled bird meat. So I generally keep Velia. Some of that stuff I can buy on the market, and some of it I can't. And sometimes it's easier to pull. Yeah, I think you can pull stuff off the market easier, but at the bottom of my Velia storage, you'll see a bunch of things like those crystals. These things used to trade in. Most of this stuff at the bottom would be things I would trade in to get the level 1 item. And then, we'll go back to that barter display. How did I get to it? I clicked as barter. And I'm there's something I'm not understanding. I can't remember. All barters. Okay, yeah, level 1 to level 2. I can check those. And you can spend a lot of time trying to figure out how to do a long string to where I go. And this is not the way to do it. Is figure out how to go. And all these little funny circles. I thought there was a way to click on the item and see what the barter was, but I don't see a way. You have to do it all in. I thought there was a screen somehow to tell that, but I'm not seeing it. I'm seeing you have to go to this screen, but I do know if I click this, yeah, it jumps over there. If I click this one, it'll jump over there. And so it's a kind of complicated interface, but you can, like, I think the way it works is one level 3 will trade. Yeah. If we'll look at this, it'll tell us this. So I'll look at some level 4s. I don't know what that. Let's just hit. I don't know what the grades are. But I forgot what the grades are, but I thought the grades were just the level. But anyway, if I take one of these, it'll give me 3 of these. So if I try to take some level 1s and get level 2s, and then I try to take with those level 2s, this is what most people do. There's no level 3 to level 4s. Oh, it's because I have it all grades. Let's say I they would try to make a chain. Say they take a bunch of some of these and some of these and get these 2 things. Just remember filtered drinking water and balanced stone padias. And maybe 2s. They would try to find the filtered water and get skull symbols. And that's a level 3. And then they try to make the 3s go to 4s. And you go all over the map doing that. It's really not, and you spend forever in here trying to find it. The real way to do it is just load up your ship, and you'll get to the end. You can't carry that much because as it increases, you load it up for the lower level stuff. You'll get so many of the higher level stuff. You have to drop it off somewhere, and you go all over the place. I found the better way to do it. I think the ship holds 12 items, depending on your ship, but is just keep every item in here, and then look around for the things that are close by. There's a trade right here. If you can jump over to here, find the trades that are close by that are just, you can just take the ship out and get the stuff in this area. And so what's that? I thought there was a way to click this and see, but maybe you need to go to that stupid menu. But just look at this and see where the good yields are too. That's yielding 1 to 2, but this one's yielding. Yeah, that's what I did. I looked at the yields, because anytime I can increase my yield, it's less bartering I have to do. So look at these. Some of them only yield 1. This one yields 3. So I would go look at, where is this at? It's almost close by. It's over there. So that might be a good one to go to. I'd like to go to something closer by. But anyway, just watch this. Like this is down to 1 item. So I need to spend some time and build this up. If I can have 12 plus items at these lower levels to get to the higher levels, keep these things stocked and find the efficient trade routes, which is just, sometimes it's just fill up on 2 items that are right there at the same level, go to it and bring it back to port until you get up to level 5, and then take, if you're selling your level 5s, you can do that, or you can I don't think there's a way for, is there a way in the map to see my ships? I think I brought them all back to Velia. Let's see. I don't think there's a way to see your ships from the map. I think it's kind of an oversight on their part. I think you have to go to a port to see your ships. I could be wrong, but I don't see anything that lets me see my ships. Unless they're considered mounts. Yeah, there should be a way to see your ships, but anyway. And there may be, I just can't remember. But maybe I need to zoom back. I don't know. Anyway, you have things called wharfs here. And if I went to a wharf manager, I could see where my ships are. I don't see a way to tell right now. It doesn't even say which one's a wharf manager. You have to just know. I think he's the wharf manager here. They never really did update this when they added this. Oh, you can probably do it with maybe with this search filter. I never understood how that search filter worked, to be honest. Search for nodes. That's towns. That's cities. That's gateways. That's just the different types of nodes. I don't know. I don't really know how to use that. I mean, I know where I don't have to search for them. I mean, I know. I mean, maybe Merino Farm, I don't know what it is, but that's a minor node. And then nodes, you can buy a node, and if I bought that node, I can make, it should tell me. What is it? Maybe I have to buy the node to know what it'll. Oh, it makes translucent crystals of happiness, which I don't know what I would need that for. This one will make corn. I think corn will make beer. But, or any, I probably have one grain node here, potatoes. And that's all the grains I need. I need essence of liquor for my cooking. But I was talking about barter. Anyway, keep the base materials that you need for barter to get the level 1s in Velia. And just maybe once or twice a week, just make a special trip down to somewhere around here. Find the things that are efficient. Use your maids to get them from the market and out of Velia storage. And buy that and sell back to here and load up all your 1s and keep a lot of 1s there. There's 14 of each level. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so there's, and it just makes it easier to tell how you're in stock and stuff. And if you can get the storage, you know, it only took me 70 storage to keep 1 of each item. I don't think these items will stack. I could be wrong. I don't think these will stack. So you probably need a little more storage than that. And then as you get to level 5s, if either sell them, which is about as profitable these days. C coins aren't that profitable. That's one of the reasons I quit bartering. Or send them to Anacondo Inner Harbor. And then make a second ship and put an alt there. And if you want to, it's not as critical now, but it was when you could barter 6 times a day. And then at the times, if you check this barter, the thing you want to check is sort it on level Crowcoin. Yeah, I think it is. Okay. All the crow coins are out in the ocean except for 2 of them, or at least when I played they were. Which is 3 of them, but only 2 are that good. Hokovin Island, it's only 47. I checked it twice and it's been low. They may have nerfed that. Because Durko is just on the way. And I hadn't seen a high Hokovin. They may have nerfed that. If they nerf that, there's no reason to barter at all. At least for C coins. Because all this other stuff is way the fuck out in the ocean. And it's I mean, you can do it. It's probably almost as time efficient as the other one. But it's not as time efficient unless you spend a lot of time making a big boat. But you can go get a traveler's map and somewhere out here in the ocean, just short of Port Rat. And I don't even know how to tell them where they are without a traveler's map. But there's scattered things that you have to sell way out there with a big boat. And it was just easier for me to get the sea coins by hop in a ship, go take this I talked about Durko. Sell it up here, turn it around, go around to here. Go around here, turn it in there, sell to the shore. And I think if you die, there's a way. Oh, maybe it's you used a certain map or died, you return to here. And you can then collect your ship and repair it. It took me with my fastest ship, it would take me 12 minutes to go in my frigate. And then I had a second ship just in case. I think it takes an hour to get that, maybe 2 hours to get that second alt to go over here. Or maybe they return somewhere else and they have to fast travel over there. I can't remember which one it was. I think they returned here. I think I just got the second ship because if I screw it up, I don't think I really needed it. Because I did most of it in my frigate, which is really fast. And I had all the fast sails. Everything for that frigate was optimized for... I only had to carry 4. They'll only trade 2. Or maybe 1. I can't even remember if it's 2 or 1. We'll see. Let's look at that barter thing. Okay. All grades. That would also be a gold one. Somewhere it told, I guess it's 1. I guess it'll only take 1, yeah. Oh, exchanges remaining is how many times you can do the exchange. And then you can see the yield here. So it'd only do it once. So it used to be I'd log into this and it would be, and somewhere there's another barter menu. Can't remember where it is, but see, here's a special barter. So this is probably something used to build a bigger ship, which I don't think you really need a bigger ship. It's a pain in the ass enough to make that one ship. I mean, you can do it, but what's it? The Ephyria Carrack? No, I think you first make an Ephyria sailboat. I have a bunch of those that I can use to get the level 1s with if I wanted to. But I really hadn't found a more efficient way to do it. I guess I could keep somebody. They still have to go up and deliver to Iliad Island. And there's so much of it, it would overwhelm my storage if I don't have the storage in Velia to do it. And the transport would overwhelm it. And the only thing that makes sense to transport is to just keep sending that shit, the level 5s. I keep at least 2 of them up here. I think I could sell all this today for what? 4 rows of 9, 36, 42, 200 million. Okay, I could get 200 million out of that real quick. But someday maybe barter will be worth it. And then sometimes I was doing some calculations You might want to sell the 4s. I mean, instead of taking them to 5s, depending on how much. The 5s are worth 5, the 4s are worth 2, so I have 14 4s there for, well, I have, what do we say, 200 million? I think there's, how many different type? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 level 5s, 14 times 5 is, there's another 70 million. And then there's 14 level 4s, so we could add 28 to that, so that's 100 million. So I have about 300 million. Once they start getting down to level 3s, it's probably not worth it to sell them. But I didn't sell them anyway. I was trying to go for C coins. But if they've nerfed that Hook of an Island, which I don't know why they would. At one time, barter was considered OP. It was approaching, if you had it super optimized and spent all your time building ships. I mean, I built 3 fucking ships. 3 fucking Carrack class ships. There's another ship after that that's carries a little bit more, and it would probably be more efficient around here. And if you're if you were in the, you know, you could hunt sea monsters and PvP them or something like that. Join a guild. There used to be something called the BDO Navy that specialized in that, but that's not my thing. And those ships are a pain to build. They used to be then, they give them away free now. I see stuff where you can get a Furious sailboat for free, but you know, you have to chop a zillion things of wood, which I could do pretty fast with the Manos gear, but there wasn't Manos gear back then. And then you had to do a daily here for 30 days to get some piece you turned in every day and got something else. And then you have to craft or buy off the market. You can buy it off the market now, but you couldn't then. Things like, I don't know, special plywoods that have to be mixed with, you have to use alchemy to make this hardener stuff that you mix with plywood. And just ungodly amounts of it to build those ships. It probably wouldn't be as hard now, but it was back then. It took a good month. You could make it, if you try hard, you could maybe do it in 2 weeks. I mean, if that's all you did every day was chop wood and get the alchemy products. I think I saw people do it in 2 to 3 weeks. It took me about a month. Oh, and then you have to manufacture a bunch of shit too over in Calfine. You have to go over here. That'll top your manufacturing and get a ship workshop. Whichever one of these is a ship work, and make the platings, and you may have to make the ship or make the something for the ship. I don't know. But whatever it is. I mean, those ships aren't easy to make, but it was worth it to do the C coin routes. But now, then they nerfed the ratio of Manos accessories to C coins, and then they nerfed, you used to be able to do it possibly 6 times a day. Yeah, it's just how fast you could do it. If you hit the cooldown timer, you could do it 6 times a day. But now they nerfed it so you can only do it 3 times, and if you get some cash shop loyalty, you can trade that in to do it the 4th time. But you know, to me, I don't go on it every time. I only go. Where's the barter menu? There's another menu. Where's barter? I used to have this bound to a key. No, there was something else. I don't know where it is. It brings up something that tells you how many times you can do barters a day. It would be in trade info. Maybe it's in the new menus. They also have a new menu system. I kind of like this one better. But some things aren't in it, so then you have to hit New menu. And then it's going through this list of shit. Which is, it's more I'm not used to it. But some things are more key commands. Recently used information shop. If it would be adventure life. See, there's managed sailors. And get good sailors for speed. That's not too hard to do. You can build that up. See, every time you hit that, the menu goes away. So anyway, there was another menu. I don't know where it is. It had to do with barter. Maybe it's off the barter menu. Was it in character? I don't know. There was another menu, and it really was added when they changed the bar. It used to be the cooldown was just 4 hours, and you couldn't refresh the barters. I'm not sure what it was, but it was. You could do it 6 times a day. I mean, if you hit it perfect, you could do it. If every time the cooldown hit, you started to do it so effectively, you could probably only do it 5 times a day. Because you're going to be a minute late once. No, but and I think at the next day they all reset. So I'm not sure if you could really, but the way I did it, I didn't take it every time the reset. I only did it when that one route was good, and I've checked the barter twice and hadn't seen it good. Usually in 2 checks. Maybe 3 at the most, I would see it good. It was good. It depends on what you called good. If 5 to 600 is good, yeah, it'd take a while to get that. But just to be better than a normal barter, 200, 300, it was 300 is kind of my limit, which is low. Oh, hey, find your love here. Are you in the guild? Let me type in chat. Somebody said something in chat. It could be somebody just want me to join. Sometimes in Twitch, you'll get random people. Sex find XYZ. Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? Sometimes it's people wanting to talk. Sometimes it's spam. I know in Twitch people come in and say, hey, build your stream, join this thing, and I guess it's kind of like you join a club to get viewers, where I guess in that club they somehow have this is my understanding of it, there's bots that'll view, and there's 2 types of clubs. One, they got bots that'll view your stream, and the other is, and I could be completely wrong on this, and the other is maybe a group of people that I watch your stream if you watch mine. At least log in and say. And I've never paid much attention to that because I don't know. I don't think the streaming's ever going to go. I just kind of did it to figure it out. Maybe it will sometime. I've streamed a little bit of Star Citizen. What have I streamed? DCS, Star Citizen, ESO. I hadn't streamed ESO. I've made YouTube guides that were more. I used to like to, when I started ESO, the apparel was so terrible that I just have my characters go naked, either topless or bottomless, and when the game started, you needed a 4-man group to do a 4-man dungeon. And as things got more inflated, if you were good, you could do it solo. And then you could do some of the easier original dungeons solo that were veteran. Probably about a third of them. And I would optimize my characters so they could play with no pants. And then I'd make YouTube videos that said, whatever their name was, Serena or whatever. Serena, no pants. You know, give it a name that's catchy. That's how YouTube videos sell, and put up graphic and have her go solo that veteran dungeon. So, but those are more just guides of me doing it. Not the best guides. If it was really a guide, I would have done a little more editing. Then I did a YouTube of Grim Reapers does a lot. He daily will put out a YouTube video of some war campaign, all sorts of flying stuff. You know, like he'll get his guild or whatever to do like what happens if Taiwan's attacked or this, and set up a scenario and fight it and see what happens and push DCS to the limits of what it, have hundreds of aircraft. I gotta answer this. I'm gonna mute the stream.
learned your lesson this time. Ale, the first Indigoblades to leave the Xavir High. He went near a blinding light that, as he approached, he saw an old man crushing Aweena's stones. Ale looked at the stones, wondering at the old man's motives. There's mysterious powers within those stones, said Ale. Then the old man said, they're just strange hot stones, completely useless. But not to Ale. He was certain they contained mystical powers. In that case, allow me to buy them. Just take them, said the old man. I was tossing them out anyway. No, replied Ale. I can't just take such precious stones. So he left to get oak pills of grass and a horse to trade. He gave these to the old man the next day, who took them reluctantly. He did the same the following day, and the next. Ale continued to trade his oak pills and horses for the old man's stones. He took all the Aweena stones he traded for to the Xavir Highlands. Then one day, on his way to Aweena's Tail, Ale came across a large group of humans. They belonged to another Highlands village, not far, so he asked them, "Where are you going?" "The Great Founder beckons," was the reply. "Then who will guard the village in your stead?" asked Ale. The villager considered this. "Ah, would you protect it, Ale? We know you to be trustworthy." That day marked the end of Ale's journeys to Aweena's Tail, and the last day any Abets would leave the Xavir Highlands again. That night, a light smoke drifted up from Ailton, from a kiln Ale had constructed out of Aweena's stones.
It's coming back to me now! I think I had a dream about this once.
You likely just fell asleep during your lesson.
The sleep-talking seed can only truly slumber within Aweena's kiln. Though Aweena's kiln has been dismantled, we should be able to use a furnace constructed from the very stones of the kiln to complete the witch's trial. We could have saved ourselves a lot of time if you actually paid attention during your own history class.
That? But then I would never have gotten to do your elite soldier training thing.
Charcoal workshops here have a kind of furnace, commemoratively called a kiln, that burns hotter than any other. Thankfully, one of Mr. Charbonneau's charcoal workshops is nearby. It is operated by his first son.
He's left it in the hands of his workers while he's traveling abroad, but as it's still of the Charbonneau name, we should have it at our disposal.
You should go first. It will be dangerous to move together with the guard on alert.
I'll take the fur ball and go first. Make sure that you are not followed.
yet to be properly introduced. I'm Tabadai, a winter tree researcher in Ailton. Over here is Puteau, Ailton's oak pill researcher. I heard you took care of the winter tree that appeared by Charbonneau Villa.
It isn't a tree that would usually take root all the way out here. It's a clear sign the mountain is in pain. We need to investigate the situation further.
Please come visit us in Ailton sometime. Our most hospitable chief would welcome you with open arms.
You're surprisingly early. Why is everything taking so damn long when we need but a single use of their furnace? owner seems to have indeed left for the city. Of course, as our luck would have it, the owner hired a replacement who happens to be from Serendia. I will leave this to you then. Serendia. I will leave this to you then. Who happens to be from Serendia? I will leave this to you then.
So, hello, Charlie's Angels. Hello.
Oh, hello. Can you hear me? Oh, I've been
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I've been streaming this whole time with my mic muted. What a boring
Oh,
stream. Yeah, yeah. I've been streaming on YouTube trying to figure out how to do it, and someone asked me today what good AFK things are, and it just a lot of things are kind of hard to just say in a line, you know. So it may.
fishing. Fishing is a good AFK job.
Well, that's I've been trying it, and I want it to be like I'm not going to fish in Port Rat and deliver a bunch of fish on a boat across the world and spend. I want something I can just I set up and do. So I fished down to Odalita, and I made about 12 million hour. About I know I'm about five of those ruins and about 10 million
Uh,
in fish.
I just want to tell you, I'm from Germany, so you can. Sometimes I don't understand everything. Yeah. So,
Oh, that's cool.
uh,
That's cool. Your English is good. Were you the one that has the Jetta or the one that worked on cars we were talking the other day?
yeah, it's me. It's me.
Okay, okay, yeah, yeah. We were talking about rotaries, and I didn't mean to come off as negative, you know.
I'm just joking about the cars because you know every fourth car here is from Volkswagen.
Oh yeah. Well, my wife had a Golf, and I really like, and I've liked Porsche. I like German cars. I used to. Um, I liked it. The only thing I didn't like was if I had to get a part.
Yeah,
Um,
that
the
that
parts, there were lots of parts that on an American car would be like, you just buy this little thing for $10, and they would make an assembly that you had to buy for $150. But
yeah, and
but there
I can imagine.
but
I can imagine your problems.
but they were very reliable, and that car drove it. Somebody somebody was driving. It was parked on the street, and somebody crashed into it, and the car was worth so little, is worth 1,500 that it totaled it. But I like that, and I had some friends that had back in the day. They had VW Rabbits. I like those, and I had a '67 Volkswagen that for about a year.
67? A what?
Uh,
A
uh,
Golf 7? Or
yeah, a 1967 VW Beetle, the old ones.
ah,
So
yeah.
I'm
Very nice.
uh,
Very expensive car.
well, it was
How
it
how
was
is it?
it was a 20-year-old car. This is the old air cooled Beetles. It was a 20-year-old car that I bought for like $500.
Okay, very nice. I like old cars. Yeah.
Yeah,
I own a Mercedes S-Class from 1987.
yeah.
The W 126.
Well, my sisters likes Mercedes. I think her ex-husband used to buy them. He'd find a good used one and buy it. I don't know. I mean, he doesn't work on cars. I would think a car like that, you'd have to be able to work on cars. It's hard to buy a used
Uh,
car, but I don't know. But he would buy them with warranties, and he said they were good. But I don't know. I've,
no, I swear the older cars are much better than the newer cars.
well, yeah, I
I
do agree with
I
you
hate
there. The
I hate I hate the newer cars from uh, the the
I don't think I
the
could buy a car now. The last car I got, this Prius has so much electronics, and the newer ones are coming with internet shit all over it. That just makes it way more complicated. So I don't know. It's kind of like, the the that Elon Musk car. You have to buy a package upgrade to the software every year. Or it won't work. It's just, it's. I had my 260Z, and the wiring diagram was a page, and then I had my RX-7. It was a whole PDF chapter, and the new cars, the wiring diagram. I don't know how you diagnose it.
I got a launch pad. You know the It's an English software.
Yeah.
I bought I don't know what version exactly, and it's not the cheap one. I bought it's a little bit more expensive. I paid 1,800 euros for the plan and the software, so you can make a diagnose for
OBD.
Over OBD.
Yeah.
OBD1 cars. And I got several adapter for older cars, for the older the BMW and the Mercedes, so I can I can look after each sensor if you
Yeah, I understand. I mean, I understand in concept. I don't have the practical experience. I remember when I had my RX-8, I bought something for $500 that was supposed to modify the fuel air mixture with RPM and where the throttle was and a few other things. And what ended up happening after I had it a while, first it was only supposed to give you 10%. It wasn't supposed to give you enough horsepower you could measure it, But B, what ended up happening, I think, is the car, it retrimmed that. Like you would set it somewhere, but it was always auto trimming the fuel air mixture. The car ran rich to meet emissions. I think they had the car run rich and to have the catalytic converter not wear out, and you could set it a little bit more lean. But, those things, I watch guys do dynos and tune all that stuff, and that's a little bit beyond me, I'm not, I mean, I guess if I did it every day, I'd figure it out, but.
No problem. Most of the cars I own, you cannot use your diagnostic tool because the second car is from the same year as the Mercedes. The Mercedes is the Jaguar.
Yeah. Well, lots of American cars, you can put a chip in them to adjust that. That RX-8 had one computer that ran the air conditioner and the radio and all the stuff, so you couldn't really you can't replace that computer, But lots of but I don't know how the European cars are with that, I talk too fast if you're trying to, translate. I'm sorry.
No problem. I get it. If I miss something, maybe but I think I understand what you say.
Okay.
I just have a few problems to remember special words. So I sometimes use Google Translate.
Okay.
That's my. When I'm too slow, then you know what I'm doing. I'm using Google.
Okay. I watch some guy stream Star Citizen. He's from Serbia, I believe, and he seems to talk fine, but occasionally apologizes and says, "I'm trying to think of the word for this. I don't know the translation." So I guess that happens sometimes. Is you have a word that's common in your language that you don't know the English word for. But I only speak English, so I learned a little bit of French, but I can't count. I can't count to 10 in French. It just taught me how to conjugate verbs at one time. Yeah, I hated it. I hated my teacher. I couldn't speak with that French. She'd say I'd talk with my Southern accent, and she'd make fun of me. And this is in junior high. This is in like 7th grade. I hated it with a passion.
I'm just joking.
Yeah.
You know the French are known enemies from the German.
Oh yeah, I know, yeah. But but they're like, we used to work with a British company, and they had French right in their software, and French business practices, they do espionage and they try to trick you in deals. I gotta be careful. I'm streaming now, so I'm not gonna say a lot. But I mean, I'm not crazy about the French. But if I met a French person, I don't judge people on their country and stuff like that. So.
I'm just joking.
But on the other stuff, they got some really advanced stuff. I mean, it's one of the top 7 countries in the world. All I know, I don't know that much European stuff. I kind of feel like sometimes Britain's going in the wrong direction, and Germany seems to do better. It seems like Germany carries the EU, from a bystander's point of view, because there's
For sure. Like that. I'm one of those stupid Germans too.
Yeah.
just living to work.
Yeah.
I'm I'm 38 years old. Yeah. And, so you I can imagine I'm from the great I'm you know I'm the stupid one that goes to work even if he's ill.
Oh yeah, yeah. Germ's got a great work ethic. My dad, he adopted me when I was 5. My mom got divorced, but effectively my dad. Um, his dad was a Baptist preacher, but he put himself through school, and he wasn't. And then he went to the seminary and then started teaching. And sometime when my dad is 16, they went over to Germany to learn about Martin. It's part of his studies, but they spent 2 years in Germany. And I'd go see my granddad, and he'd have all these little German handcrafted things and talk about, the German people work so hard, and he had nothing, and he could speak they were very good at languages, my dad and my grandfather. So, but he'd tell me stories about, their years in Germany. They spent a couple of years over there. Really amazing stuff, and
Yeah, the Germans only money source is knowledge. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
We have no oil. We have no iron. We have no copper. We have just knowledge.
yeah. I guess it's like Japan's that way. They have to do completely, they have a large
Yeah.
population and have to do it completely. America's blessed. I was seeing something about it. We have so much area. We make food, and we have so much energy that we can now right now Biden has shut down all our energy. He's just stupid, but we could be energy independent, but he combination shut down some pipelines, and then the ones he didn't shut down, he had the regulators make it so complex to start a new project that nobody wants to invest in anything new. So now we're not in the shape you're in with this war. You are in, with this war, everybody's in bad shape in Europe, I think, but
And the complete system is a little bit. It's like a little earthquake going through the whole world. The energy crisis. I, since we got Corona, everything's out of
whack.
tact.
Yeah.
You know what? There's something wrong. Before that, everything worked fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's wrong with the people?
I don't know. I was working, and when we had Corona, we started working at home. And about 6 months, I was in. What I'm really good at is math and like hard engineering concepts and designing stuff. But I was working, and I had aerial refueling expertise, and I went to school to be a software engineer, but I didn't like writing software. But for the defense industry. And so we were going to turn the Marine, what's it called, the Osprey, into a tanker, and I was head of that project. But I don't like leading stuff. I hired in to be the technical leader, not to be the project leader, but the other guy quit, and they needed a project, so I took it, and I didn't like it. I don't like being in charge of people. And so I dropped back and became a systems and when that project got canceled, I became a systems engineer who just writes specs and puts it in a piece of software, and it's boring work as ever. And it's just not something for me. I don't even like writing. And so I got laid off a year and a half ago, and I'm over 60, and I'm retired now. I don't really feel like returning to the workplace, but so I'm just living cheap now. So I don't have that work ethic anymore. I mean, I work hard at stuff, but if I like it, but I just don't like systems engineering.
You cannot do something you don't like. Well, I'm an electrician. Well, the common one from the building site. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm ill at the moment. I got the bad diagnosis last year, but I'm already fine. They diagnosed that I got some lymphomic cancer. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I'm fine. It's everything okay. They could
So
That
so
helped me out with chemotherapy.
so you did chemo, and do you have to do any what's the radiation one? Just chemo?
It came until now. I got the next CT at the end of January,
Okay.
and then I will know if I'm fine or not. But the cancer's already stopped.
Okay.
After 2 therapy cycles, yeah, it's already inactive.
Hey, you're not watching this stream. You're just on Discord, right?
Yeah, I'm just on Discord. I'm not watching this stream.
Okay, I'll end it because half of it, until I talked to you, I was talking and it wasn't recording. So I had my mic muted. So.